Deep in the big blue ocean, where sunlight danced on the waves, lived a little fish named Finn. But Finn wasn't like the other fish who zipped and zoomed through the coral reefs. He was a bit of a homebody, always sticking close to the familiar, mossy rocks near his anemone home. To him, the vast ocean wasn't a playground. It was a giant, mysterious place full of shadows and unknowns. The thought of swimming out there all by himself sent a shiver down his tiny fins. So he stayed put, watching the world from his safe little corner, never daring to venture out alone. His friends would beckon him to join their games of tag among the kelp forests, but Finn would just shake his head, his heart thumping a little too fast. The ocean just felt too big, and he felt too small. One sunny afternoon, as Finn was peeking out from behind his favorite rock, he heard a faint cry. It was a tiny, whimpering sound. He looked around but saw nothing at first. Then he spotted it, a baby fish, even smaller than him, hopelessly tangled in a thick clump of green seaweed. The little one struggled and wiggled, but the more it moved, the tighter the seaweed seemed to grip it. It cried out for help, its voice barely a whisper against the gentle ocean currents. Finn's heart sank. He looked around for other fish, for someone bigger and braver to help, but the reef was unusually quiet. It was just him and the trapped little fish. Fear washed over Finn, cold and prickly. His first instinct was to hide, to pretend he hadn't seen anything. The ocean suddenly felt bigger and scarier than ever before. But then he heard another small sob from the trapped fish. Finn looked at the little creature, so helpless and alone, and something inside him shifted. He thought about how scared the baby fish must be, and his own fear didn't seem quite so big anymore. Taking a deep, shaky breath, Finn did something he had never done before. He swam away from his rock, out into the open water. His fins trembled, but he pushed forward, his eyes fixed on the struggling fish. With a burst of determination, he reached the seaweed and started to tug and pull with all his might. He nibbled at the tough strands, pushing them away bit by bit. It was hard work, but he didn't give up. Finally, with one last strong pull, the seaweed came loose, and the tiny fish was free. It gave Finn a grateful little chirp and darted away to find its family. Just then, other fish started to return to the reef. They had seen what Finn had done from a distance. A chorus of happy bubbles and cheers erupted around him. Everyone swam over to congratulate him, patting him with their fins. For the first time, Finn wasn't hiding behind a rock. He was in the middle of it all, surrounded by friends, and a wide, proud smile spread across his face. He looked out at the vast, beautiful ocean, and it didn't seem so scary anymore. He realized that day that being brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means being afraid but doing the right thing anyway. And sometimes all it takes is one small swim to discover the hero inside you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.